Well, and huge thanks to my friends in the rather excellent band, The Devil's Arsehair, for recording that for me. Thank you very much indeed. I am deeply, deeply grateful. Good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome indeed to Friday Night Live, which is, of course, the first of our two short but sweet offerings this evening, where we are going to wave away Friday and the weekday element, the working week as was, and we're going to welcome in Saturday and the weekend, and not just any weekend, but the weekend of the Boaty's World Christmas Sunday lunch in the Peak. It's this Sunday, darlings. You would be certifiably insane to miss it. That's all I can say about that. And as we wave away Friday, we're going to be doing so in the company of our perennial and permanent pals, matching pair of his and hers highly powered hedgehogs of truth. You know their powers, deploy them wisely. I'm happy to announce that we are joined by the Netty Petty Piss Pot. Although 2 Ton Ted the Tenting Tin will not be making an appearance, we've got Sean's box ready and waiting to receive a jolly good pounding, and we've got the community portable electronic telephonic device upon which you could, and Alan Simpson just has, leave a voice note. Right then, darlings, I'm going to jump into your comments, see who we've got with us tonight. We're going to have a quick but beautiful chat about anything that you damn well like. Food news is always welcome, and I will do so after a glass of lovely wine. So, cheers, darlings, your very good health. Bottoms up if you're lucky, lads. Up yours if you're not careful, ladies. Oh, don't get taken unawares now. Keep your hand on your halfpennies. That's my advice. And above all, to each and every one of you, with optimism and joy coursing equally down both of my nostrils, east and west, and sincerity and integrity oozing out of my back bottom. Get stuffed. Thank you. Oh, God, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Right, I'm not going to get... It's Friday night, darling, so I'm not going to go way back in the comments and see everybody who's with us. I'm just going to start from the top of the page as I see it. So, hello, Mike P, Stu, Richard, Paulie Galtieri, the Honourable Nigel, Minister for Filth and Perversion, Kegon 1, Andrew Buttigieg, Ivor Spottywatty, Ange, the Honourable Minister for Prostitution and Orienteering, Kay Camper, of course. Full of hope, good evening, the fabulous Alan Simpson. Food news from Corrie, breakfast, lunch and dinner was Belgian hot chocolate with cream marshmallow and chocolate sprinkles. Well, a balanced diet there, I suppose, in a sense. Call me Hairy Balls, says Just Richie channel. Sorry, I was watching Rumpole of the Bailey last night. Got justice on my mind. Lord Baverstock, the lovely Phil, good evening. Jonathan, good evening to you. Boaty, the devil's handbrake may make a good thumbnail. Good idea, Pete. You don't get that on Hubnut, says Richard. Well, you bloody don't, do you? Bottoms up, old chap, says Jim's Rants. Bottoms up, indeed. Chocolate sprinkles, isn't that Melanini's sister? Something like that, wouldn't it? Oh, excuse me. The lovely Alison, of course. Right. Have a voice note. You deserve it. Dan, good evening to you. JB3, Jim Bob the Third, hello.
Hello there, Mr. Boaty.
Hello.
It is I, Dougal, your emotional support ducks. Emotional support duck.
Hello, Dougal.
Quack. Pound that box like a man possessed, and in much the same way that I would pound the kickstart of Gladys, my scooter, when I roar her into life and take off into the wild blue wilderness. Quack.
Oh, Dougal, always a quack indeed. Always a pleasure. Right, we will begin with the Netty Petty Piss Pot, who's going to get a Mr. Tickle. First one for a while. Haven't seen one of these for ages. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, and in it pops. And then we will move on to Sean's box. £1, Welsh, Puthcall. £1. Don't know where that's from. 3, 2, 1. In it goes. There we are. Niska, good evening to you. Is he Welsh or Indian? I'm definitely, well, Welsh. Oh dear. Technically, if you want me to be technical, as far as I'm concerned, I'm Welsh. But technically, as long-term viewers know, I am half Welsh, 1/4 English, and 1/4 Bermudan. Technically. Because my father was Welsh and my mother was half English and half Bermudan. So, yeah, that makes me half Welsh, 1/4 English, 1/4 Bermudan. I like to think that there's a dash of Viking thrown in there somewhere as well. Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel, Emma Lemon Hose interview. And what a glorious sight it is when the M11 Hose interview. How are you, my lovely? Quack off, Dougal. How rude. How rude. We love Hamish and Dougal. We love Hamish and Dougal. Is a Welsh accent posh? Asks Raven. I don't know if it's posh or not. I think most people would probably say no, because in the UK, the accent that's regarded as posh is what's known as RP, received pronunciation. So any kind of deviation from that in terms of an accent is considered not posh. So to give you an example, if you go back a few decades, then only people with an RP accent or lack of accent would be allowed on the television. But society has become a lot more, a lot less restrictive since those days. And now regional accents are perfectly acceptable, including, of course, the Welsh accent, which to me isn't an accent. To me, that's just normal. And you lot have got an accent, and I've got an accent because I had my Welsh accent beaten out of me. I started my scholastic career going to a very expensive preparatory school and a very expensive public school, we call them here in the UK. It's very confusing, but fee-paying schools are called public schools here in the UK. And you weren't allowed to have a Welsh accent, so basically they hit me with sticks until I spoke the way they wanted me to speak. So, there you go. Tonic, you are most definitely not invisible. You are most definitely not invisible. You just weren't there on the bit of the page that I started from. I didn't go all the way back. Good evening, lovely Tonic. I can see you now. It's just you hadn't commented in the previous bit. Jean-Marc is with us, all the way from France. He's a Bertie Bassett. He's a bit of an all-sort, says Jonathan. I suppose I am. And we know he's got the shorts to prove it. Well, indeed. Wrinkles 55, good evening. Jean-Marc's card is still not working. What card is it, Jean-Marc? Hopefully you've got something French. Pitch rent, shouts Jim's rants. Right, okay, let's give you an update on that. Let me just double check to make sure that the information is entirely current and correct. What do you mean you've just woken up? You're not watching, are you? Go back to sleep. You've got a busy day tomorrow. Turn this, if you're watching, turn this off and go to sleep. Or leave it on and I'll put you to sleep. Go to sleep, my baby, my baby. Hang on, what was I doing? Oh, yes, that's what I was doing, wasn't I? Pitch rent, yes, hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. Right, yes, no. No, the rent for the first payment for the seasonal pitch has not gone out. And when I saw that it hadn't gone out, I checked the doings. And it was supposed to go out on the 3rd, not the 5th. I had it in my mind that it was the 5th. I've got no idea why. But it's not the 5th at all. It's the 3rd. Ah, but Jesus Christ now. It's the 3rd. It's the 3rd it's supposed to go out on. Ah, big honour. And so it's not gone out on the 3rd, the 4th, or indeed the 5th. However, somebody asked in a comment on today's video, and somebody else said that they've got a seasonal pitch with the Caravan and Motorhome Club. That's posh. We're the posh ones. Oh, yes. And it never goes out on the date that you said. They've said that with them it's always 4 days afterwards. But it can be like between 3 and 6 days afterwards. And so I checked the doings again, and it does say that the payment will go out on or shortly after the date that you selected. Now, I selected the 3rd. I'd just forgotten that I'd selected the 3rd. And it's not gone out yet. The money's there. The money's there. It hasn't bounced. It hasn't bounced. So I guess it'll go out on Monday or Tuesday then, because we're into the weekend now, aren't we? So yeah, I guess Monday or Tuesday. Let's hope the money's still there on Monday and Tuesday. So there you go. That's that. Food tonight, says Phil, Lord Baverstock, was creamy truffle bacon and mushroom rigatoni. Minus the bacon, obviously. Why obviously? I don't get that. I don't get that. Emma's posh, says Peter P. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Because Emma and her sister, obviously born and brought up in the same place, and yet they don't sound entirely the same. Emotional support duck à l'orange. And Jean-Marc says, I talk Oxford English. You don't spell Oxford English because Oxford is a proper noun and therefore should have a capital O. Port out, starboard home. Yes, that is the origins of the word posh. Posh is an acronym. You sound posh to me, Boaty, says Raven. Well, I used to have an entirely public school accent. I was born with a Welsh accent. I then developed received pronunciation, a public school accent, and then Brummie crept in, and then bits of all sorts as I started living in different places. I'm as common as muck, says Jim's rants, and all the better for it. When Boaty's in his netty wear, the plums are forthcoming. God, I've not been in my netty wear for a while, have I? You've been blessedly plum-free. Boaty sounds like a posh Brummie to me, says DM11. Well, there you are, you see. It is. It's a public school accent with Brummie mixed in. There didn't used to be Brummie. It just crept in. Emma has a great voice, says Richard. She would have made so much money on those chat lines for perverts you'd see in the back of porn mags in the 90s. Yeah, I used to run one of those. True story. I used to have a telesales team at my garage, and I thought that telesales was the hardest job in the world. and I still do, one of them anyway. So I tried to make it more interesting for them. So I'd get them to do practical jokes, and I'd get them to do wind-ups, and all sorts. And we did set up a premium line sex number. I took an advert out, and I can remember, the number as well. It was 0800 69 69 42. 69 for two. Get it? I thought that was quite clever. And I put an advert in, whatever it was, I put an advert in. And it was like a newspapery cartoon drawing, as they all were in those days. They weren't real pictures, of a beautiful, you know, woman with busty substances, and the cap line, the headline was "Hear Me Moan." So I genuinely did this. I genuinely set this up, so we used to get the 0800 number was a premium rate number in those days. You set it up. It came through to your, well, switchboard in my case, because I had 4 girls working 5 nights a week in telesales, Monday to Friday. And yeah, so we set this thing up. The calls would come through from all the perverts, and I instructed them to just complain that the person ringing in had left the toilet seat up and hadn't tidied his clothes up, and that's not the kind of moaning I wanted. Somebody, well, more than one person threatened to sue us, threatened to go to the trades descriptions. What's the matter with you? You wanted to hear somebody moan? We're moaning at you. That's true. Some of the wind-up, I loved my telesales team. I thought it was a horrible job, and I worked on the basis that they used to work 4 hours. They worked from 6 until 10 in the evening, and my expectation of them was that they would work properly for 2 hours, and they did. They worked amazingly well, bless them. They were fantastic. They believed in what I was doing, and they genuinely did their very, very best. And they were what made my business model work. If I'm honest, they were the difference. And I kind of knew that they would be, which is why I selected them so very carefully. And why I tried to look after them so well. So yeah, they worked 4 hours every night. I wanted 2 hours of actual work out of them, and the other 2 hours we pissed about. I just tried to make them happy, because it's such an awful job. Telesales, you know, people telling you piss off, sod off, bugger. So we'd do an hour on, an hour off. So they'd come in, they'd do an hour, they'd get told to piss off a couple of times, and then we'd have an hour of fun, and then they'd do another hour of proper work, and then we'd have another hour of fun, so at least they went home in a good mood. And we'd do wind-ups, we'd do practical jokes, we did the sex line thing. We did another sex line as well, where I got them to try and impersonate celebrities, so that some bloke could whack off listening to Margaret Thatcher talking dirty. We used to have little parties. I'd bring drink in, I'd bring food in for them, and we'd just have really good fun. And I was rigorously selective. There had to be kind of 3 things to get and keep their job. They had to be able to represent the business professionally, which they all could. They had to have a sense of humour, that was essential, and they had to be really attractive. And I used to have friends come in because I would go out every night. I went out on the town every single night. And sometimes if I was going out with mates or whatever, or even, you know, a girlfriend or whatever, then because I'm working 6 to 10, I didn't shut until 10 o'clock. I'd keep the showrooms open, the main showrooms, the auction hall and everything would be all locked up because I couldn't be in 2 places at once. But as long as it was light, I would keep the showrooms open. So, you know, in the height of summer, the telesales, the telesales would be working away, and I'd have them working out the front of the showrooms, and we'd keep the showrooms open. When it was dark, you know, we'd shut up, and we'd be in the proper telesales office, which was in the back. But I'd have people come in, and they'd ask, they'd say, they're all stunners. They're all absolute stunners. How come all of your telesales girls are stunners? And I said, they cost the same as the ugly ones. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? And we used to have a great time. And if you're wondering if I ever indulged with any of them, all of them, obviously. Because again, why would you not? Why would you not? It would always be the thing. It would always be the thing that I don't know if they decided between themselves or whatever, but 10 o'clock, closing down, going at home time, you can guarantee that one of them would said, so what you doing now then? And I'd say, oh, I'm going here or I'm going there. Can I come? Yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. And then, you know, go out, end up back at my place, be a late night, drink, food, and anyway, that's quite enough of that. We've got another doings popped in, so that's exciting, isn't it? Oh, we like some doings. Oh, we've got 2 doings. My God, you're being spoiled.
Ringa, you found the boxy with your finger.
Yeah.
You lunky, twat.
Oh dear. Right, same box. An extra £1. 3, 2, 1. Bosh. That, of course, was the lovely Peter P, all the way from Finland. Boaty could be a good radio voice, says Mike P. I've done loads of stuff on radio. I've done loads. I've worked for the BBC in England. I've done, and a lot more for BBC Wales. I love radio. It's my favourite thing. Listening to it and working in it. I started out by writing for radio, as most of you already know, and I ended up appearing on radio, and I loved it. I loved it, and I would absolutely love to do it again. Genuinely, I would love to do it again. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-dong-dinga. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-dong-dinga. Yes, I know, I'm just doing it. Don't bother telling me to do what I was just about to do. Emmels. That reminds me, I need to do the Christmas poem, don't I? And I've got ideas for the Christmas poem this year. This year's Christmas poem might be the best one yet. You see if it isn't.
Hello, Boaty.
Hello.
I just had a little business idea.
Oh.
How about you and I set up the Boaty's World dodgy hotline in case any of the community fancy a little bedtime chuddykins? I'll do it if you pay me well. Don't worry, guys. I'm just joking. Put your wallets away.
I think it's a good idea. I'm up for it. God, could you imagine me trying to do that? I can imagine you doing it. You've got the bloody voice for it. Right. Grandmaster. Hi, Boaty. First time here in the peanut gallery. And you should have had it in my pants, really. But a very warm welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. And you are so incredibly welcome. Oh, yes. Right. Let's catch up with the comments, shall we? Leon Greenslade says, hi, Boaty. Greetings. Greetings to you. We can tell you're posh by which way you eat your soup. Indeed. We were watching in our pants. Good lad. Well done for adding the in our pants. Yes, that's, if you didn't know, darlings, when you take soup, you spoon away, not towards. And I've done this before, but you bring the bowl to your mouth and you tilt the bowl and inhale like an angel. You don't just go and shove it all in there. No, you bring the bowl to your lips and you tilt the bowl of the soup spoon. And if you don't drink soup with a soup spoon, then don't take soup. That's the way it's done. And if you don't have your beef rare or medium rare, or as Jean-Marc would correctly know it, à point, then don't eat beef. Eat chicken. Tired of telling you this. Oh, it's a Nissan, Jean-Marc. Oh, it's a Nissan. Oh, well, there we are. Voiceover Van Deen. Back in the 70s, even the Geordie TV presenters talked proper English. In my pants. P.S. Community guidelines said I had to finish with those words. Correct. We've got some lovely new people with us tonight. This is fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for poking your head above the wall. Yeah, if I go to bed, I've got this on the phone next to me, says Dan. I've fallen asleep many a time listening away. Hi from California. In my pants, says Andy Casson. This is amazing. We've got all of these new community members. Oh, I hope you hang around. Don't just visit us and then sod off, never to be seen again. Stick around. You'll like us. We're fun-ish, you know, within reason. Follow the Candlelight is with us. Good evening, Boaty and Boggs. Has Melanie found a mechanic in the garage for Netty? Okay, right. I guess that is the prompt to give you the news for today. Last night I put a video out there. Well, yesterday. Well, no, last night I recorded the video. Yesterday evening, late afternoon. Today it went out there. And it was a typical useless bloke wringing his hands, crying like a baby, saying, oh my God, I can't do this, I can't make this work, it's all gone Pete Tong, somebody please help, I don't know what to do. Just being a useless arse of a man, really. And a bit of a drama queen, let's be honest. But a drama queen who had the sense to use a clickbait title so that at least I'd earn £2 or £3 out of the video, hopefully. I think it will earn 2 or 3 quid, this one, actually. It's kind of done all right so far. The previously honourable Melanie Panini, the former Minister for Tenting, is made of different stuff. And again, this is all coming up in tomorrow's video, so apologies that it's being repeated. but I know that you guys, being my faithful, loving, loyal inner scrotum, love hearing it first. So here you go. Right, seriously, Melanini just decided, right, enough's enough. This bloke is fucking useless. I'm going to sort this. So, while I was still snoring away upstairs, you know, in bed, where I tend to sleep, quite honestly, Melanini got up at the crack of dawn, or at the crack of garages opening anyway, got dressed and got out there. Went to her local garage where she'd been yesterday and said, right, I was here yesterday. They said, we know, we remember. I made that bit up. I'm imagining that bit. And she said, right, I've got to get this sorted. Tell me where I can go and try. And they gave her a list of places, and bless her. When I woke up, I had a series of voice notes. They kind of got increasingly sweary. Because Mel, bless her bloody wonderful heart, just got this list of places to try and went round them one by one in person. And if they couldn't help, and some of them couldn't get Netty in because of the door wasn't big enough, or the ramps weren't high enough, or whatever, some of them didn't have space until the new year to do anything. And each one that she went to, she got a recommendation for somewhere else, and she just kept going. She was not going back home this morning until she'd got Netty sorted. What a woman! What an incredible bloody woman. And she just banged on and banged on and banged on until finally, and I was awake and downstairs at this point, instead of a voice note, I got a voice call saying, I found the place. I have found the place. Full story in tomorrow's video. She'd gone in there, told them the situation, probably, I don't know exactly what she told them. But whatever she told them, it worked, because they said, right, get him to bring it in on Monday. Get him to bring it in on Monday. We will MOT it. First thing, our own MOT. Obviously, it will fail. We will then do the work, retest it, job done, finished, take it away. So, and this is the bit that I love, and this is why Mel's just amazing, bless her. Honestly, she's just fantastic. Mel did that female thing, knowing how to deal with a bloke. She thought, right, Netty's his motorhome. It's his money that's going to pay for the MOT. So this has to be his decision. And then she thought, but he's a prick, so I will make the decision. So she said to them, yes, thank you, it'll be here on Monday. And then she rang me and said, right, I found this place, they're good guys, there's they do commercial vehicles, there's a motorhome in here at the moment, they will get it in on Monday, first thing-ish. And she said, when they said bring it in on Monday, she said, what, this coming Monday? Yes, get it in on Monday, we'll do it. Bang, wallop. So she said they will get her in on Monday, they will MOT her themselves, so you don't have to ask about going back to the other place. There'll be no uncertainty, they will just do an MOT, it'll fail, they'll do the work, they'll pass the MOT, she'll be all working, you pick it up. And she said, but it's your motorhome, it's your money, so you have the final decision. do you want to do it or not? And I said, I'll tell you exactly what I said. This is in the video. I apologise, I'm repeating, but I said, can I ask you a question? She said, yep. She said, I said, am I a man? She said, yeah. I said, are you a woman? She said, yes. I said, I don't have the final decision, you do. She said, well, I'm glad you said that because I've already told them yes. because this needs to be sorted. It's ridiculous. She said, so, right, you get here. What time can you get here on Monday? I said, 12? She said, 11. Get here at 11 o'clock on Monday. I will be here. Leave Netty. I will take you home so you don't have to ask about with the taxi or anything like that. And we'll get this bloody sorted. It's been ridiculous. And there you go. So that's it. That's it. We are sorted. Netty will go to this place on Monday. They're going to do an MOT. They're going to do the work. They're going to do another MOT. They will pass her because it's their own work they're judging. And that's it. I'll pick her up whenever she's done. And all of this was organised, done and sorted by the one and only MELANIE, who was just fed up with seeing me being an arse. So, yeah, there you go. My solution to the situation was to put a video out there with of me just being useless, and then to do a live stream where I was a bit more useless and drink a bottle of wine and go to bed, and she just got up and sorted it. And that is the difference between men and women, or between me and women anyway. So there you go. That's what it is. It means she's going to have a fourth MOT, and I'm going to have to pay for that. But I don't care. I don't care. It means I don't have to go back to the other garage, stand about in the freezing cold. All I've got to do is drive beautiful Netty a little bit further, over to Mel's neck of the woods. Hand her over. I will be brought back here in a lovely car driven by a lovely woman. Things will happen while I do whatever the heck I want to do. And then all I've got to do is just go back the next day or the day after, maybe even the same day, who knows. It's only a couple of hours work if you know what you're doing. Hand over some money and take Netty away. So all hail the previously Honourable Minister for Tenting. Right, let's get back to your comments. No, Emma, seriously, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it for a laugh and for money, honestly, obviously. But come on, let's do it for a laugh. Let's set up. This will be fun. Let's set up a naughty hotline. You, me, and, you know, we'll include Matron, obviously, because, you know, she might be good at that sort of thing. Jen is with us. Jen is with us. The lovely Jen. Food news. King prawn and scallops in Prosecco sauce with salad. Right, hang on. I need to catch up with the comments. What time is it? Oh, God. Okay. We're well into BAT, aren't we? But, Emma, come on. Let's do this. This will be such a laugh. This will be such a laugh. Let's do it. Let's do it. The Liverpudlian. You could be the Liverpudlian. If anybody wants to fall off a Liverpudlian via phone, here's your chance. Or would you like me to fall off you? Go on, let's do this. Let's do it. Survive Throw 25, good evening. Sandy, good morning, my lovely, and wishing you a very happy weekend. Is Nigella Lawson too heavy for Boaty's tastes? At times, yes. At times, but at other times, I so would. Richard, you're correct. I was. Right, I'm whizzing through a bit now. Voiceover Van Deen says, I daren't even talk on YouTube about some of the things I've been approached to lend my voice to. And no, I've never worked for Boaty. I'm intrigued now. I'm intrigued. Send me a message. Let's have a chat. Right, okay, here we go. Here we go. Boaty's the voice of the BBC. I'm so not. That's it. He's worked for the BBC. Everyone out, says Jim's Rant. I did, and I loved it. Not in a big way. In terms of writing for the BBC, that was big because I wrote for, well, I wrote for Wogan. Let's not big it up. But Wogan was kind of a big thing back then. And if you're of a certain vintage, a certain age, and you listen to the final incarnation, the final 8 or 9 years of the Wake Up to Wogan breakfast show, then a lot of the things that you may or may not have found funny and might still remember now, I wrote them. And I'm quite proud of that. But yeah, I did stuff with BBC Radio WM, with the guy who I can never remember his name, and somebody has to remind me, and I still can't remember it now, and Malcolm Boyden and that lot. But my real glory days were when I was separated. I was married, then we separated, then I was married again, we unseparated, and then we stayed married for a while, and then we divorced. But during the separation, I spent 2 or 3 years living in my Welsh cottage, which was our holiday, weekend and holiday cottage. And I lived there while we were separated, and kind of didn't know what to do with myself. So I worked with BBC Wales, and I loved it. I adored it. It was utterly, utterly fantastic. The late lamented Chris Needs in The Night Garden, I worked with that, but obviously my happiest memories were, it's not a thing anymore, but my happiest memories were the Rod Gilbert show. That was amazing. Those were amazing times. But I did a load of stuff with JMO as well, Jason Mohammed, and Aleri Sean. It was great. It was bloody great. Honestly, they were some of the happiest times. Well, I mean, I was separated and that wasn't happy, but oh God, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Greg Davis, he was amazing. Lloyd Langford. Tom Wrigglesworth was the best. Tom Wrigglesworth. And he was particularly amazeballs, because there was a double connection. Because Tom Wrigglesworth is from Sheffield, and he's now got like a weekend holiday place here. He lives in London, but there was but he worked in Wales because he's a good mate of Rod's, and it was fun times. It was really good fun times. I did JB71. Is there a Boaty's Christmas message? It's a Christmas poem, and there will be one this year, as there has been every year. Boaty, do you have any free memberships to give away? Asks Follow the Candlelight. I do, but I will be doing them when Netty gets an MOT. Oh, it's a shame you don't get excited, Jean-Marc. I often do. Exactly. You're letting the French down, Jean-Marc. Get passionate. Oh, hello. Voice note. Right, and what time is it? Start saying your good nights, because we'll do the voice note. I'm going to whiz through the messages. I've told you the main story of today. Tomorrow's video explains it all in more detail and the ramifications and thereof. Don't forget, community meetup this Sunday. If you hadn't thought about coming, think about it now. People are coming. It's going to be a good, fun do. And the food is great. But yeah, start saying your goodnight. We'll voice note, get through the comments, and then supper and bed. Excuse me.
Good evening, everybody. You have reached Boaty's sexy line. The phone number to contact me on is 0800 69 69 69. Also, option 1 is pound that box.
Oh, here we go. Thank you, Corrie. It's a third and potentially final box pounding of the night. Same box, Welsh, put the call. A third pound, 3, 2, 1, box. Oh, hello. Oh, here we go. Oh, what have I done? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I've done something.
You want me to do a naughty hotline as the Liverpudlian lady?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Can you imagine it?
I can,
Come
yeah.
on now, fellas. We're going to have a lot of fun. Go on, get your little finger out. Go on, tug it out. Tug it out. Come on, fucking tug that little finger a bit harder. If you're a really good boy, take me tracksuit buttons off.
Well, I'm in. Where's my credit card? Oh, come on, let's do it. It'll be a laugh. Let's do it in, in an ironic sense, obviously. But seriously, let's do it. Let's do it. We'll do it ironically for us, for the inner scrotum. But you never know. We'll put a proper advert out there, and we might get genuine punters, and we'll charge them an absolute fortune. Oh, come on, this will be a laugh. Yeah. Seriously, let's do it. I'm absolutely 100% serious. God knows you've got the voice for it. And I've done bedtime stories. It'll be a laugh. Right, we're doing this. This is now an official MHM thing. Mary Huff Management do telephonic overpriced filth. Right, watch this space. I'm going to make sure this happens because, well, if I wasn't sure before, I'm bloody sure now.
You want me to do a naughty hotline as the Liverpudlian lady? Can you imagine it? Come on now, fellas. We're going to have a lot of fun. Go on, get your little pink loud. Go on, tug it out. Tug it out. Come on, fucking tug that. Little tinkle a bit harder. If you're a really good boy, take me tracksuit buttons off.
You can't argue with it. You can't argue with the sense of it. That's got winner all over it. If we were on Dragon's Den right now, Duncan Guillotine would be saying, and for that reason, I'm in. Right, this time next year, Emmels will be millionaires, I'm telling you. Right, let's get back to the comments and let's finish this off. Oh, don't make me do the spoon in the pocket joke again. No, I never read the story on Jack and Ori. Oh dear. I've got such a good spoon in the pocket joke and I daren't do it now. Emma bakes cakes. Hello, my lovely. Oh dear. Oh, wine burp. I'm so sorry. Jean-Marc is on an economy drive at the moment. I have to have a cup of soup, but they don't do that in France. So you must be importing it from England. So that's possibly not very economical. God, imagine cup of soup in France. In France, where it is illegal to eat at your desk. This is a country where you are, by law, not allowed to eat at your work desk. You have to go to a restaurant and do it properly. And children can be served wine with their school dinners. Oh, God, I love France. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Right, hold on. Oh, come on, Boaty, tell us about Netty. Melanie kicks ass, says Richard. Totally. Totally. Mel's awesome, says to you. No argument there. Nigel Farage, good evening. No woman does anything for me, says Jean-Marc, and that's absolutely fine. Hopefully some chaps do. Oh, she found a place. Yay, good news, says Sandy. It is, it's great news. Fair play to Mel, says Barry Scratter. More than fair play. More than fair play. Nice one, Mel, says Carl of the Lockpick. Melanie, the community legend. Wonderful, Mel, says Full of Hope. Honestly. Melanie, the magician, says Dan Fango. She's a star. She's a bloody star. She really is. Melanini, the Honourable Minister of Boaty. Is that her new thing? The Honourable Minister of Me. It's kind of appropriate, isn't it? After the accident and the tenting and this now, Netty, that's probably quite appropriate. Should that be her new title? Melanini, the Honourable Minister of Boaty. Big ups, Mel, says Raven. Melanini, what a star, says Emma Bakes Cakes. Melanie, can you have a word with the landlord about the Sherpas Lodge 2, says Richard. Minister for MOT, says Kegon 1. Oh dear. Melanini for Prime Minister. Get rid of that other idiot, says Jonathan. Minister of Fixing Broken Dreams, says to you. Melanie, the Minister of Fixing Doing, says Andrew. Jim Rants 2020. Jim's Rant says, marry Mel, sorted. I totally would as well. Boaty and Melanie running the Sherpas Lodge would be incredible, says Richard. I totally agree. Human 4960. Good evening. Is the seasonal pitch yours now? Asks Julie McLean. Yeah. They just haven't taken a payment yet. Who's going to do the gay and bi section on the chat line? Asked Jean-Marc. Probably. Yeah, we'll try and get Ben. We'll try and get Ben. Oh, Jim's rants. Sorry to hear that, mate. Sorry to hear that. Right, how far behind am I? Sherry! Gotta be me, Sherry. Hello, my lovely. Ah, so good. Ed Doolan. Thank you, Soft Cell 68. Yes, I did. And that's the guy whose name I can never remember. Yes, Ed Doolan. That was him. Nice guy. Thank you. Thank you for that. I can never remember his name. I don't know why. Good night all. Sleep well, stay safe, says Tonic. And exactly the same back to you. Night everyone. Good news about Nettie at last. Indeed. Indeed. Nettie will live to have her toilet emptied again, says Barry Scrotter. It's... What's the number for Boaty's dodgy late night hotline? We'll let you know. Andrew Buttergeek says, my debit card number again is... You don't get a hubnut starting a dodgy hotline. 0898 podger me senseless. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh my God. We're totally going to do that. We're totally going to do it. We seek it here, we seek it there, the elusive bacon panini. Well, yes, indeed. Indeed. How many have you got going for Sunday lunch? Asks Paul Budget. I'm not sure until they turn up. There's going to be a few of us. Possibly quite a few. Oh, right, and I've actually caught up, thank God. Right. On that note, darlings, let me thank each and every one of you. Old or new, welcome to all of the newcomers. Thank you. I'll just thank you all for being here so late. I'm going to sod off because it's really late, and I think I'll just... Well, I mean, what was the comment? Marry Melanie, sorted. Yeah, okay, I agree with that. I'll end the live stream and I will propose. No, actually, I'll wait until Monday, because it's not the same when you do it over the internet. I'll propose on Monday after she's brought me home. Because if I propose, yeah, you got to think about the logistics. If I propose when we're still there, she probably won't bring me home. She'll just say fuck you and go home. So I'll wait until she brings me home, and then I'll waz in a quick proposal when I... Yeah, that's probably safest, isn't it? Anyway, darlings, oh yeah, maybe I should wait until Nettie gets the full MOT. It's sorted now. It's only money. We know Nettie is MOTable. So we've got somebody, Mel's got somebody, they're going to take her in, they're going to MOT her, they're going to fail her, they're going to do the work, they're going to pass her. It only takes money, and that's okay, because Ram's lending me the money to pay for it. So I think we can finally say, we haven't got the certificate yet, but I think we're going to be okay. So let me thank each and every one of you for your company. It wouldn't be the same without you. Let me wish you a safe and peaceful night and a good day tomorrow. May the new day and the weekend bring you joy, may it bring you pleasure. At the very least, please, may it be manageable. The candle will be relit tomorrow night. Another short but sweet. 11:30, just half an hour, plus BAT, of course. And I can't wait to see you then. In the meantime, all the love in the world from me. And on that note, Peugeot. And indeed. Oh yes. Bosh. Good night, darlings. Love you loads.